Yo, what up, it's Jordan, aka Truth One, OTS, OSC, SOC.
Dancing on the beat.
So, while I'm high playing games that I thought were important, my mind strains to obtain these thoughts all in order. The Lord's laws and borders are important, but all I've enforced with concern is the court's call and drawing a line in the sand that I might understand. And it's all the divine Lord's design, it's a plan, it's a life that I'm scamming, demanding a lifeline like I'm dying of famine. How egotistical to risk it all for something that's so minuscule. My mind is pushing all these limits of this tiny individual. These rhymes don't even hit it all, they're scratching at the surface. But every single word I'm spitting stacked to serve a purpose. I ain't backward chalking verses, this attachment is absurd. I mean the single fact I'm rapping is a sin to be incurred. Divinity is blurred and I'm losing what I've learned. See, ignorance ain't bliss, it's just dumb enough to work. I'm coming up with words by the mercy of the Lord. But coming up as first ain't a plan of mine at all. I'm just standing up as tall with my back against the wall. Though I'm dabbling in actions which are actually a fall for a fool or a rascal like me. I could all but be schooled on disasters like these. Some call it optimistic, others mark it naive. But whatever the condition, I could mark it the steeds. This is a delicate game and it's left me ashamed how I try to treat the Lord on the strength of His name. Cause I'm drawing conclusions or caught in illusion, so all of these thoughts are just cause for confusion. To lengthen the sessions and dead my profession, this is less of professing and more a confession. I hope for God's blessings, but His laws I abuse, so in store for me is news about the strength of regression. Now there's some definite chains that I'm tied to. They've led me to lie and expect me to die too. Through my enticements my desires have heightened, the fire's ignited and I claim supply too. It ain't cool that this fool's got us steadily fueled with the type of mind state that the devil's inclined to. Never mind what the time is, the pressure of life means every second is precious, so I'm penning this right, dude. Designing these rhymes before I find that high taste again. Cause 8 times out of 9 I spit fire when I raise a pen. And raising it ain't often, so I'm trying to hit the page again. Arsonistic rhythms getting calmer from the way I've been indulging in this passion. Got this lyricist in ignorance as greed pumps the ego. I become a hypocrite. We need love, not living with this lust like some cancer. Surrender to God, I swear that must be the answer. But when dumb dropping stanzas, how can I talk on the true worth of serving the Lord who I call on? The cause of all causes, the core of concern. He's the court of all laws, each fall is His mercy. The constant controller, the source to inspire, the true wish fulfiller for all your desires. So the sad fact is that I'm right where I wanna be, despite all these things that I've done for me not to be. Man, there's sin in every synonym, and serious it's sickening. Everything I think is sinking in, I'm steered by this conditioning. Living in the state but kicking rhythms that I've written in a high frame of mind on a lower plane of vision. It's a show, a game, a hypocritic mode that I be thinking in. Denying my intelligence for flows that I'm exhibiting. But no, I ain't the king of things like Billy Brim, not tripping with another claim to fame to carve my name out like I'm digging in. I plaque to praise my lyricism without ever knowing it all comes from the Lord's love and mercy He is showing. But purposely I'm blowing this smoke against the law, even when I'm knowing all the damage it can cause. I could wrap it up, but all I'm doing's banishing me more, until I'm dwelling in the depths of hell, established in a fallen state. Immaculate contraptions, we don't draw straws to chalk a fate. All I'm saying is to see the Lord's force to orchestrate it all. Slowly disassociating associations from old relations who are co-creating a hell on earth and it's overtaking. Now what could be a more bolder statement? Even with a cold embrace I still hold my gaze, fixed focused in knowing that there's no replacement for the Lord. And it's all I can do to dictate this straight, chalking up more layman's talk to debate with. Forcing these statements in accordance with all of these thoughts so encased in morbid engagements for fallen complacency. Like I'm bored but distraught how this all fall in place for me. Every sport has its agency directing its worth, so from heaven to earth but best it's all forms of vacancy. For all your dictator needs to call forth like slavery, but you're under the Lord's laws with all force, just wait and see.
Yeah.